In this rope flow tutorial, we are going to be learning the Overhand Matador first, including a high elbow variation, followed by the Underhand Matador. Just to give you a visual, this is what these two moves look like. Starting with the Overhand Matador, we're just going to place the rope down for a second to figure out the hand pattern. So we're going to have our feet fairly square, hips facing forward, the palms of our hands facing each other and just to our side. So from here, we're going to do a overhand circle. If you struggle to remember the difference between a overhand and a underhand circle, with an overhand circle, you want to think of the wheels of a car moving forward, and an underhand, you want to think of the wheels of a car as the car is reversing and moving backwards. So starting with an overhand circle, so the wheels are going forward. As we're about to complete the circle, the backhand, so in this case my right hand, is going to come up and over. It's coming across my body, almost like a super lazy front crawl stroke when when you're really tired as you're swimming. And the other hand, so the front hand, is just going to stay there for a split second, and then it's going to catch up, and we're going to now be on the opposite side of our body. And from here, we are now going to do another overhand circle. As we complete the circle now, the backhand, so the left hand in this case, comes up and over. Again, that lazy front crawl stroke, and then the front hand catches up. So one circle up and over, one circle up and over, cutting across. Okay, now we've established the hand pattern, we're going to use the rope. So we do one overhand circle, that backhand cuts across. And this is our overhand matador. The whole point of that backhand coming up and across is just to bring the rope from one side of our body to the other side of the body. If you want, you can do a few overhand circles until you're ready, and then you bring it across. So as the circle is being completed, bring it across. Always leading with the backhand. So the hand that is behind. And then when you're ready, you're going to do just one circle, whip it across. One circle, whip it across. Now, if it's first thing in the morning, such as right now, we can obviously start a little bit easier. And here I'm just, really feeling it in my elbows, in my wrists, nice and light, not too intense. If, we're really trying to warm up, we can add a little bit of aggression when we whip the rope across. And this will really, get our shoulders and our obliques going as well. Okay, so in terms of the intensity and the speed, that's completely up to you, but there are just obviously different ways we can do it. Now, the high elbow variation, instead of leading with the hand, we're going to lead with the elbow, almost like you're doing an elbow in kickboxing. And this really opens up that side of the body, so we really have to bend on the opposite side to create that space and that room for the rope to come through. So we're here, lead with the elbow. So I'm exaggerating the side bend. So this is the high elbow variation of the overhand matador. Great. Now the underhand matador is very similar, except we do a underhand circle. So wheels of the bus are reversing. And again, we are leading with the backhand, but instead of up and over, we're going to come down and under, and almost like we are cutting diagonally across. Then that hand is going to catch up. We do one circle. As we complete the circle, we cut across. And similar to the high elbow variation, it's a little bit more side bend to really get under and bring that rope across. A little bit Tai Chi-esque, which I really like. And this is our hand pattern. So starting with our underhand circle, that backhand, so in this case my right hand, cuts across and brings the rope across. Again, just nice and loose in your hand grips. We're not holding the rope too tight, just fairly relaxed in our hands. So here we're really leaning from one side of the body to the other, feeling the shift in weight from right to left. And this is our underhand matador. And again, we can go as slow as we want, or we can really start to build up a bit of intensity and get aggressive with it. Okay, now we're going to work on the transition between the overhand matador into the underhand matador. And this is where we can add a little bit of movement. We can change our stance. So from a square stance, we can now go into a split stance where we have a forward and a back foot, and we can just play around with the two. So we start with our overhand matador. As I turn, so we can do a couple of revolutions in this kind of propeller move here. I turn into my underhand. Back into my overhand. And if we want, we can speed up that transition. So we're here, straight into the under, whip it across. Okay, I'll just show you starting from the underhand matador now. So okay, so obviously you can turn to your right, you can turn to your left, just practice both transitions. So there you have it. That is the overhand and underhand matador. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.